The Raiders, they need to keep my special teams coach in Rich Bisaccia. Give him an opportunity to be the full-time head coach. Give him a long-term extension, as they would just say. Just give him the damn job now. Led him into the playoffs. Haven't been in playoffs since 2016. This is an opportunity to really show what they can do. Carr's first playoff appearance in his entire career.
Number 3.
The Dallas Cowboys look like a playoff-ready football team, taking care of business against the Philadelphia Eagles. I know the Eagles didn't play a lot of players, but that's not the point. The point is, when you do things right like the Dallas Cowboys were doing against the Philadelphia Eagles, it looked crisp, it looked sound, they look ready and rested and ready to go and play. It'll be a tough one against the San Francisco 49ers, but I think the Cowboys might be able to do it.
Number 4.
Just had Dan Orlovsky on with us talking about number 4, Matthew Stafford. If he does not fix his turnover problems, 8 interceptions in the last 4 weeks, that is going to come back to hunt them, no matter what people think. Oh, it's 3rd and 17, it was a punt. It was 3rd and 15, it was a punt. We can find any excuse we want to try to justify turnovers if we choose to do so. But if he doesn't fix it, the Rams will be going home.
Number 5.
Buccaneers better not sleep on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I understand this is the first opportunity we'll see Jalen Hurts in the playoffs against the defending champions and Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. And a lot of people must think that I'm crazy thinking that the Eagles could somehow pop the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But when you sleepwalking and you go into a stadium thinking you could just win a game and show up, that's when you wind up losing.
The one observation I would add on, I just want to give some flowers to Dak Prescott, who obviously broke Tony Romo's record for passing yards in a season, for touchdowns, in a season. And just watching the way they played, even though the Eagles didn't have Jalen Hurts, Key, just to add to your point, I think how you enter the playoffs and where your offense is, if things are clicking, how that happens is a huge sign. And I think for Dallas going against the 49ers, obviously there's going to be questions around their defense and things can they hold up against Jimmy G and company, Deebo Samuel. We talked about how they utilize him in the game for Kyle Shanahan. But just the way the offense is clicking for Dallas, I've said it before, they are just a scary team with where their ceiling could be.
The Niners pose a threat to, say, the Green Bay Packers?
I think they could pose a threat to the Green Bay Packers because the Green Bay Packers have got to fix their run fits. And what is it that the 49ers do well? They run the football extremely well. They just like to run downhill. They like to do certain things with the football, whether it's Deebo Samuel or whomever they put back there to carry the load. I think they could possibly be the biggest threat if they see Green Bay.
Jay?
I see it for the 49ers, but I just still come back to the Cowboys really quick, Max, here on this one.
Well, that's who they're playing.
Like it's are they who we might think they are for Dallas? And that's a question that's always been looming about Dallas. But when you look at their 12-5 record, right? 6-0 against the NFC East teams, but 6-5 outside the conference. And a lot of those losses have been to upper echelon teams. And the way the 49ers are playing football right now, like they haven't been an upper echelon team, but it feels like they're playing some of their best football too in the stretch. And it's a huge statement. Can you imagine if Dallas Cowboys lose in the first round?
This is what we were talking about with Dan Orlovsky. And Key, just tabling Aaron Rodgers for a second, because I hear you, there's pressure on Rodgers. But other than Stafford, I'm going to leave Stafford out of this. I don't think there's a quarterback with more pressure to, like, who's not allowed to lose that first playoff game than Dak Prescott. He's not allowed because at a certain point you go, hold up, time out. This is now a new coach, new coaching, assistants, the whole thing, coaching regime. You are loaded. You got an offensive line. You got real difference makers, multiples on defense. You got offensive weapons, a running game, receivers. Like, you just got the money. How much do you need to win? You got to win a playoff game, Key. There's enormous pressure on Dak for that.
Yeah, because he's gotten the money. And he is considered one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And when you get the money, you're considered one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And you have everything at your disposal. And you have an offensive line, a running game, receivers, defense. Everything's retooled. You're in the second year of this system. You have to win.
Got to win. And the Niners are dangerous. You just said it.
There's no question. He's got to win. Josh Allen's got to win. Matthew Stafford's got to win. Aaron Rodgers has got to win. Tom Brady can relax. He doesn't have to. Kyler Murray can relax. They don't have to. Joe Burrow can relax. They don't have to do anything.
Tom Brady, because he's got a billion Super Bowl
Tom
rings, and
Brady
the other two because they
Tom
just
Brady
got
can,
here.
Tom Brady can relax, man. He can go home, and that's a different deal. But those other guys, for sure, they've got pressure on them.
This is great. This is the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Other than a potential tie last night, and it didn't even happen, right? You got to have a winner and a loser. And there are guys like Stafford. Well, Kyler Murray, he can, but Stafford can't. And he could easily lose. And Dak can't. And he could lose to Jimmy G.
And then, Max, you know what's underneath a microscope? Mike McCarthy, in-game decisions.
Ooh, don't let it come
in-game adjustments.
Man, that man ain't, y'all.
That's
Yo,
fine. That's
Key,
right.
you of all
think
people.
that. That's right.
Y'all
You
gonna
think
sell
that.
that
We've
to
been
the
on that
end.
the whole year. That's how he lost the last game.
Please.
Y'all gonna sell
What are you
that to the
Please,
talking
football
about?
gods, let it come down to Mike McCarthy not having a timeout at the end or something. So I want to hear what Key has to say. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.